Is happening, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of GKDR. I am your hostess with the mostest this evening, Garrick B. Eden, and I am joined by not my usual partner in crime, but he is filling in because Devin is on his vacation
That's right, that's right.
slash actually moving, and
Yeah.
he's a little busy. He's a little busy at the moment. But here to fill the seat is good old Ernell Pearson, aka Ocean Shrine. Ernell, how are you?
I am doing glorious, sir. So it dawned on me some weeks ago that I have had zero obligation to be playing video games because I am not a usual contestant, if you will, guest.
Yeah,
Uh,
I was gonna ask too because I'm gonna try a thing. I'm gonna start trying a thing where I just part of the intro uh is gonna be like, "How are you doing?" and "What have you been playing?"
I was actually thinking about doing the same thing on 20,000 Films side as well.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like
I was just
I fuck with that.
I was doing some random shit, and I was just like, why not do this every single? Just make
Well,
it a thing."
fucking let's
Anyways,
do
so
it,
yeah,
brother. Let's do it.
yeah.
I've been playing lots of Mecha Break, dude. I can't fucking like
Still the
I
flavor, the
if
flavor.
I had the time to play endlessly, I fucking would, dude. Because I love this game so much. It's so
Me too,
much
dude.
fun. It's so much fun to play with friends, and Mecha Break's been my fucking life. I mean, Death Stranding 2 came out, and I was just like, fucking robots, brother.
Dude, I just pray that this game has incredible staying power, and that like we actually get some like real good longevity out of this game.
Mhm.
Because I need a multiplayer mech game to survive. Like it's so much fun. Mega Break is the shit.
It is, dude, and I think that if they play their cards right, if they release more bots, release more
Oh
maps,
yeah, for
more
sure.
game modes, there's room for this game to
New
have the
objectives.
staying power,
Oh yeah,
right?
for
Like
sure.
they just need to keep carrying it forward, right? We don't need them to do another Anthem where they come out with a great game at the start and then they just don't drip feed anything else after that because people are gonna get sour
Uh,
about it.
Rip Anthem.
But I can see it, man. I can see Mecha Break being a fucking wholeheartedly great game. I'm hearing more people talk about it each day. And yeah, I'm happy to be playing it, man. Happy to be playing it.
Yeah, the people playing it now are not just the people that like played it initially because it was free to play, and we're just like, oh, microtransactions, give it automatic negative review. And
Yeah, those
like
fucking
again,
losers.
I've
Yeah.
said this once, I'll say this again. This is not me defending microtransactions as a practice. I just I understand as a pragmatic person what to expect from a free to play video game
Yeah.
made by uh an Asian an Asian led company because boy did they love their microtransactions.
Yep. They
They
sure do.
really do.
But the
They are about that
microtransactions in
shit.
this game are not like the same kind of
They're really not
microtransactions
egregious.
that we get.
All of
Cause
the market is player led, and honestly,
yeah,
nobody's engaging in the market anyways. So
and like 90% of anything you'd
it's
want in this
essentially
game, you
dead.
can get
Anyways,
from just playing. Like you
just
don't
play
have
Moshmock.
just
Literally,
play
just play
Moshmock, dude.
Moshmock.
Just play Moshmock. Like it's fine. You can like do the PvP stuff too, and like you can get everything. Like when microtransactions are present for things that you can just get in the game, I don't have the same complaints. It's when
Yeah,
they lock you
and if you
out.
just don't like Moshmock, then that's just on you. Like
Yeah,
that's a
yeah,
facet of their game design. I'm sorry, you
yeah,
just don't like it. Just
yeah,
you don't
dude.
like it. It's okay.
That's
Uh,
okay.
but yeah, hell yeah, dude. Mega Break is fucking sick. I'm glad that you have been playing that. I'm not really so much. I'm not playing anything new at the moment. I mean, I'm also playing Mega Break, right? Still
Yeah,
playing Mega Break
yeah,
with
yeah.
you
We've been
guys.
playing together a lot. Yep.
Not playing it as much on my own. Watching Superman, I if you guys have listened or watched any of our content for a long time or any considerable time at all,
Mm.
uh, you'll know that like I like to get pulled by things. Like something will lead me into something else.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Uh, right? Perfect example of this is like Superman. I was just like, Superman was fucking incredible. I went and saw it a second time in the theater where I was like, it's still fucking incredible.
Yep.
And so it's been making me want to play DC games. So I'm like, I reinstalled some of like the ones that I like, and so I'm replaying through Gotham Knights
Okay.
and I've got Arkham Knight installed. Mostly Batman games, obviously, because that's kind of like what the DC games really offer. I did install for a half a second Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League, and then I was like, nah. And then it was like
Let's just put that one down. You know what I mean?
yeah, it was like we're just gonna like that could just stay dead. Sorry. So I've mostly been playing Gotham Knights. Say what you want about that game. I understand that it like probably is. It's not more than like a 7 out of 10. I get it. I really like the comic book story, which is mostly why I'm playing.
It's got some cool stuff.
I literally just put that shit on like easy mode and play as Red Hood / Jason Todd and just beat the fuck out of motherfuckers while roaming around. A version of Gotham I happen to really like. And so and it's been between that and I've been replaying through Dying Light 2, just solo, just kind of on my own. I got it. Someone gifted me a physical copy on PS5 a while back.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, fuck yeah. So I'm replaying it on there. Holy shit, does it look so much better on my PlayStation 5 than it does my Series S?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, it
so
does.
much.
Yeah, it does.
Dude, and honestly, replaying this is making me really, really excited for Dying Light the Beast. Really excited for Dying Light the Beast.
Yeah, so funny
That
story.
game's gonna be bitching.
Devin stopped by yesterday. He calls me up around like, I don't know, 2 o'clock. He goes, "Hey man, can I use your bathroom?" And I'm like, "Sure."
I got a shit.
I'm like, "Sure, dude, pop in really quick." So he rolls in, he says hi to my cat, and afterwards he's like, "Oh dude, I forgot to mention to you. Garrick and I did the new like tower thing in Dying Light, and it's really cool."
Yeah. We did the newer, it's called a tower raid. And like I can't believe I don't know when they implemented it into the game in beta. I want to say maybe like last November. It's been a little bit.
Okay.
But I haven't done it. But basically it's a completely separate game mode. Roguelite has character classes. You like it's literally like you go in, you have like X amount of time to loot each floor and get through it before like you turn into a zombie and die. And there's stuff you can get from it to take back into the single player game and shit
Gotcha.
as well. But it was really fun. We got all the way to like the roof and then we ran around like chickens with our heads cut off fighting a boss for 20 minutes and got fucked up.
Yeah. I mean, he said it was fun, so he's trying to talk me into downloading.
It was a great time. We were playing with just some of the newer stuff, and we unlocked the new firearms that they added way back in the Reloaded update. Because I hadn't gotten around to doing that either, and I think Devin honestly just likes the game, and he's just excited to have an excuse to be playing it and it not be fucking broken.
Yeah.
So
yeah. No, that's fair. That's fair, man. Well, we have more than zombies to talk about today, my good sir.
Exactly. We're not talking about Dying Light today, but we are talking about returning to the battlefield. Splitgate 2 didn't make FPS great again. Subnautica drama for your mama, and much, much more, because this is Good Kraken's Death Ratio, where we are slashing through the podcast space to be your source for all the nerdy video game news, reviews, and discussions you want to hear live each and every, not live anymore, where you just want to hear old habits sometimes die hard. Not live anymore, but you can hear us each and every week nonetheless. If you want to get ahead of the curve, though, you can head on over to our Patreon at patreon.com/goodkrakenpods, where you can submit questions and topics to the show, get exclusive content, and have early access to episodes before they go live on podcast and video services, wherever you like to watch or listen. You can also help us level up by joining the GK community on our Discord channel by clicking the link down in our description section below, then subscribing to our podcast channel by searching Death Ratio and leaving a review there.
Review.
Ernell.
Yes, my good sir Garrick.
We have some critical hits.
Critical hits. That's right.
The first one being, oh yeah, I saw Baby Metal and Bloodywood and Ginger yesterday, and I forgot to mention that they were fucking sick.
I don't doubt that. I've heard Baby Metal puts on a show every time.
Yes, second time seeing Baby Metal. They were fucking awesome. Bloody Wood was incredible. Really glad that I got to see them live.
I
Uh,
bet.
been hearing them on Spotify a lot lately. Ginger is not my flavor, but they put on a good performance.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, Ginger's fun. I've heard that they're fun live. I know that they're not really your vibe though. So like,
Yeah,
that
they're
would make
super
sense.
prog. They're
Yeah.
like very prog, and like they're not they are not a very melodic metal band in any way.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
talented musicians, just not pleasing to my ears in particular.
Yep.
Great overall concert though.
That's right,
Baby
baby.
Metal fucking slayed, dude.
Every time.
Was so fucking good. So fucking good. But anyways, yeah, that's my critical hit. Anyways,
Sweet.
but
Nice.
you guys can also, hey, check out goodkraken.com, y'all. That's where we have all our merchandise and our latest episodes. I checked that out, and I did notice it is updated to also include songs from the Abyss now. There's a little
That's
clicky
right.
button for that. There wasn't before, and now there is. So
I'm trying
yeah,
to stay on
go
top
check
of
out
it,
our check out our newer content, Songs of the Abyss, which you can now find on our personal website, goodkraken.com, which you can also find things like the latest episode of 20,000 Films, where DJ and Ernell get together and they discuss their the best or the best of your favorites.
It kind of ended up being a little bit of both, pretty much. Like, we kind of ended up using the conversation together, because we felt that our favorites were the best of the year. So it ended up just kind of turning into that. So
Fair enough.
yeah.
The best / their favorite movies of 2025 so far. So you guys can check that out on goodkraken.com, as well as episode 170 something of the Shipwreck Show. That's also out now. I actually wrote that in the notes, by the way. It says 170 something on the Shipwreck Show, because I actually don't know what it is. I haven't been there in a few weeks because I've had a lot of shit going on, and sorry, Xander, I really want to be there, but Mondays are easy to do schedule other nonsense on because life starts on Mondays.
I think it is like 173. Let me verify. I can verify.
I thought you guys.
fast.
No, I thought we were on 170s. I thought we're. I think it might be like 178.
It's 178. Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
178. Yep.
What y'all talk about? What y'all talk about this week?
Our worst movies of 2025
Oh, like an antithesis episode.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
really sad.
Xander had
really-
me and DJ
I'm
talk
sad that I
about
missed
our
that. Okay,
least
that would have been fun.
favorite movies of the year. It's a fun episode. It's fun.
Okay, all right,
Yeah.
okay, all right. Yeah,
Good
check that out. That sounds like it would be a fun episode. We are going to be doing our best / favorite games of 2025 so far. So I'm sure that we'll do an antithesis episode for that as well, because there's been some not so great games this year. There has. But yeah. And last but not least, there is a brand new episode of Songs from the Abyss. Session 19,
That's right.
I believe,
Yep.
correct? Is finally available in a brand new format that Ernell literally slaved over for you guys.
11 hours I put into this
Yeah.
video. So everybody, please, God, fucking watch it. I'm begging you, dude. Like, it's
Yeah, so
good
check
too.
out the
It's
new
a good
format.
episode, man.
Yeah, it was a great episode. We're all very excited to be back. That leads me to the last bit of critical hits. As a reminder, there will not be an episode of Songs from the Abyss this week. God damn it!
We're very excited to be
it's
back.
fine.
Almost.
We're so close. Yeah, not this week, but the next week we're back in full swing, baby.
Yes.
And boy, things are happening. But yeah, those are the critical hits. That's not what I almost said.
yeah, that's okay. I'm not judging you. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
That was the critical hits.
The clitty hits. The clitty hits.
The clitty hits. That was the clitty hits for you guys today.
That's okay.
Jesus Christ. Ernell, why don't you tell the people at home what we have coming up next?
My friend, we are putting people's heads in the reticle because next is Line of Sight. That's right, baby. That's right. What is Line of Sight, Garrick?
We are going to be talking about upcoming releases in video games. That's what Line of Sight is. It is lining up the biggest releases, or at least what Game Informer considers the biggest releases in the next week. Let me pull that open because I usually have it open beforehand, but I forgot. And I gotta scroll to.
I know we're going
Oh
to
my god! It is
July,
almost
right?
the end of July.
It really is. It really fucking is, man. So what we're doing 22nd
Through the
through.
28th.
Gotcha.
All
And
right.
layout change.
Yes. All right. Starting with Pokemon Friends. Available. What the hell is that, by the way? I don't know.
I think
But
that's
it's a new Pokemon game.
it was the
That's gonna be available
new
on Switch, iOS, and Android.
announced. I'm pretty sure during Pokemon Presents as a available now type ordeal.
Oh. Oh yeah, I forgot. Damn it. That's the other piece of bit I forgot to include the Pokemon thing. Nonetheless,
That's okay. We'll figure it out.
we also have Undermine 2 coming out, available for early access on PC July 22nd. Wildgate, which I really, really want to play on PlayStation 5, Series XS, and PC, available July 22nd. Ernell, that is the new Dreamhaven game where it is like a PvP extraction-ish style shooter with like a weird where like you're in
and
you
there's
are
like
in
the
a spaceship
portal gates that you have
and
to
you're
go through,
going
right?
you're in a spaceship and you're going to other crashed spaceships and looting those spaceships and like duking out over the loot and
That
then
sounds
extracting.
sick. That sounds
Yeah.
sick.
So yeah, it's called Wildgate. I don't know how well it's doing. I just know it's something that I've been interested in. It's by the same parent company as Thunderfolk. So I'm so
Okay.
very interested in
Okay.
this one.
Okay.
We then have Doronko, Wanko on Switch that is available on July 23rd. We have Wheel World available on PlayStation 5, Series XS, PlayStation 4. Oh my God. Why are we still doing PlayStation 4 and Xbox One
Fucking
games?
hang it up.
Yeah, hang it up. PC, and that's going to be available on July 23rd. We also have WWE 2K25 available on Switch 2, July 23rd. We also have Hotel Galactic available on PC. Excuse me, a burped. On July 24th. We have Killing Floor 3 available on Play. I didn't know they're making any one of those.
They are,
PlayStation 5, Series XS, and PC, July 24th. We have Split available on PC, July 24th. The way it is acronymed out almost immediately makes me think it's a horror game.
Same.
I don't know if it is, but that's what makes me think.
We'll find out.
We also have Super Mario Party Jamboree coming out on Switch 2 on July 24th. Wu Chang Fallen Feathers on PlayStation 5, Series XS, and PC on July 24th. Grounded 2 available in early access on Series XS and PC July 25th. Fucking stoked on that. We're going to be playing that shit. We also have No Sleep for Kaname Date. From AI, from AI, the Somnium files.
Is it? I think it might be Kaname Date. I think is what it is.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Date, yeah, Kaname Date from AI, the Somnium files available on Switch 2.
What a name.
Switch. Yeah, what a name. And PC July 25th. And then we have Wild Hearts S, which will be available on Switch 2, July 25th. And we have Primal Planet coming out on PC July 28th.
That's right.
That
baby.
is what is coming up in the next week via Game Informer. As always, we know this does not cover every single game release out there, folks. So if there is something releasing that you are excited about, let us know in the comments section below, because we're always looking for new games to keep an eye on.
That's right, baby. That's right. Love new games.
Trucking. Loving new video games. Trucking right along. We are moving into our next segment. And Ernell, could you please once again tell the people at home what that segment is?
Have you ever had those like little tiny like Krabby Patty gummies?
Oh yeah.
You try to take like a mini Krabby Patty sized bite out of it?
No.
No,
No, I
okay.
haven't.
Yeah, our
No, I
next segment
haven't.
is Little
No, I
Bites.
haven't.
It's Little Bites.
Yeah.
I tried, man. I tried really hard.
Dude, that did immediately make me think of like this Squidward like horse teeth zoom in of like him biting a Krabby Patty for the first time. You like Krabby
I
Patties,
love
don't you,
that. You
Squidward?
like Krabby Patty, don't you, Squidward?
Uh, I love SpongeBob.
I fucking
Anyways,
love it
yes,
so
we
much.
are moving right along into our little bites. We are not doing a full article today. We're just trying to navigate things. You know, how figure out what makes the smoothest episode,
Yeah.
and we're trying some more
Yes, sir.
smaller news for y'all. Starting with 1047 Games CEO announces shuttering of Splitgate 2 before next year's release due to negative player feedback. Oopsie.
Yikes. So yeah, apparently they've just been getting lit up on Steam for turning Splitgate into a champion shooter, a
This
hero
has nothing
shooter.
to do. I'm sure none
Uh,
of this has anything to do with Summer Game Fest either.
oh, I'm sure.
None of it.
I'm
None of it.
sure. Yeah. I mean, because what better way to make your game successful than to say make FPSs great again? Fuck
Why would
Call of
you wear
Duty.
that stupid fucking red hat, dude? Even as a joke. It's a bad joke.
It's a bad joke. It's a really bad
Do you
joke.
know the state of our country right now?
And it like this actually it kind of sucks because like Splitgate 2 I know was like scratching this Halo itch for people that like wasn't Halo. There's people that really like Splitgate.
Oh, dude, and to fucking add insult to injury, Splitgate 1 is also getting they're just closing that one down.
Yep.
Like because
Sure
nobody's playing it because everybody was gonna be moving on to Splitgate 2.
Yep.
Splitgate 1 was like barely a full game before Splitgate 2 got created, by the way.
Uh-huh.
And then now we have Splitgate 2, which is going back to beta and is going to be a mess, and maybe you shouldn't say you want to make FPSs great again when you fucked up your own game and riddled it with microtransactions that nobody asked for. That's fucking crazy.
That's the tea, baby. But you can find out more over at Kotaku by Ethan Gotch.
Yeah, if you want full details,
Right.
there is an article available there. Ernell, you want to take this next bullet point?
Oh, my good sir, I certainly can. The Chinese Room, developer of Still Wakes the Deep, has been bought out by their management and has now cut ties with Sumo Digital. It comes from IGN, Tom Phillips. They're finally independent. There apparently has been like a whole bunch of conversation around them like not knowing who was going to buy their studio and like all this other weird cyber shit.
There was increasing talks of them. They're like, no, you guys are gonna get sold. We don't really know by who, but you guys will be getting sold. And they're like, fuck it, we'll just buy it ourselves.
Management was like,
management
fucking,
say less.
We'll just pay for it on our own. We'll put it out of pocket. You know what I mean? But it's cool. I mean, like we love when studios can go independent and still be successful. Still Wakes the Deep has done great for them.
Dude, surprise DLC. Did you see that game got a surprise DLC?
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
It's completely different gameplay style. I really want to play it, but it's also underwater.
I get that, dude. I get that.
You're in a diving suit in this one. And so I haven't played that one yet because I know I'm gonna struggle with that shit. But I loved Still Wakes the Deep. I thought it had a very interesting story. I loved its Lovecraftian sort of like suspenseful take on horror. And I'm also fairly certain that it is getting adapted into a film also.
I think that sounds familiar. They're trying to adapt something there.
Fucking surprise DLC film adaptation, independent studio, fucking that's like a beacon of hope in the barren landscape of gaming right now. Good for the Chinese Room, which is not an Asian company, and they're a British company. I don't know whether
weird name. Weird name.
Weird name. Yeah, but yeah. So good for them. If you want full details on their buyout of themselves, you can check that out again at IGN via Tom Phillips.
That's right.
Next,
let's talk about it, Garrick. Let's talk about it, brother.
Ubisoft CEO Yves. But I want to make sure if I'm gonna hate, I gotta hate appropriately.
Yep.
Yves Guillemot and Ubisoft North American Studios head Christopher Derenez has appointed their son Charlie Guillemot as co-CEO. Full details on this bit of news are once again brought to us by the lovely Ethan Koch over at Kotaku. What the nepotism fuck?
Talk about like a move that is so weirdly on brand. And it's not so surprising.
Ubisoft. Like it's such a Ubisoft play.
Like, this
is my god,
fucking crazy, dude. Like, hey, like our son really needs a job,
dude, for real. So like, they're like, what can we do? Can we get him something in like middle management? They're like, no, co-CEO of all of Ubisoft North America Studios. Dude, what the fuck?
Fucking crazy. Because, all right, so here's the deal, right? Like, we need to see, because we don't want to be coming in incorrect here. I need to know how old Charlie Guillemot is. Because there's a chance. Oh my god. Because we're talking about him as if he's a child. And
yeah, the article does paint a certain light.
It does.
Nepotism is nepotism, but.
Let's see here. I do see a LinkedIn. Let's check here. Charlie Guillemot, membre du comité de transformation de Ubisoft. It does not say his age.
Oh, dude, I'm looking at pictures and he's
like 40, bro. He's
a little older, but like.
I mean, maybe still.
What the fuck was he doing? What was he doing before this? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are this man's qualifications?
What was he like? Because I don't see anything on his LinkedIn about what he was doing before. So let's see if we can find something else here. There's a Ubisoft Wikipedia
His
page.
LinkedIn already immediately says Ubisoft. He cashed in on that fucking.
Oh, he was quick.
Cashed that shit in immediately.
He's quick, brother. Absolutely, he was quick. All right, let's see what people on Reddit have to say.
Oh god, it's Reddit. Nothing nice.
So he was on the transformative committee for Ubisoft.
What's a transformative committee? That's just a nice way of saying we cut people's jobs.
Ain't that right? Yeah, I mean, nobody really know. Based on his photos, if I had to guess, I'd say he's like 35.
He's definitely like 30s to 40s, like for sure.
Because he's got like, the Max from Catfish like gray going on. And
yeah,
I think
in the
that's
beard.
What's deceiving me here.
But yeah, man, something tells me he's not wholly qualified to be co-CEO of Ubisoft North American Studios.
Hold on. So you said earlier, talk about nepotism, right? One of the like headlining articles here, and I don't speak Spanish, so I can't give you the exact translation of what this says, but it says nepotismo on Ubisoft.
That's what I'm fucking saying, man. That journalist got
Nombran al hijo de Yves Guillemot como co-director de la nueva filial con Tencent.
Also, if you listen to this episode, I need you to correct this pronunciation in the comments.
Yes, please, because I do not speak enough Spanish to like make that legible. I'm sure I get like the acronyms correctly, you know what I'm saying? But like that's fine.
But yeah, Jesus Christ, man. It's like holy cow. Like what a fucking it is such it is such a Ubisoft play. Nobody should be shocked by this at all.
Well, and
and
the
if
thing,
you are, you haven't been following Ubisoft.
the
for
thing
at
is
all,
too,
any
though, is that
period
like
of time.
this coming off of the conversation that they were just having, saying that Star Wars Outlaws flopped because the Star Wars universe is really bad right now, is
What?
fucking nuts.
No. Oh my god,
dude! They've been saying it in an interview as of like 3 days ago, dude.
Star Wars Battlefront 2 was a loot box fucking nightmare, and that shit sold units. Like
fucking crazy numbers, brother.
Just do better, Ubisoft.
God damn, dude. And like Outlaws wasn't even all that bad, bro. Like how can you? The reason that it didn't do good is right in front of us. People don't like women as main video game characters. These fucking losers sitting in their basements.
That was definitely a huge part of the problem. There was definitely a loud minority of motherfuckers that were just like, she doesn't appeal to my vision of what an attractive woman is. You'll never catch me playing this game.
And the game ended up actually being a fuck ton of fun. It's a really fun fucking
y'all are fucking
game,
dumb. That's fucking dumb shit.
So dumb.
Like every time, I know, especially like y'all got to remember that like a lot of games are motion captured these days, folks. When you're like dogging on like a character's appearance, you might be talking shit on like an actual goddamn person.
And here's
which I'm
thing,
pretty sure was the case here.
Here's the thing, right? Is that the young woman that played as the main character in Star Wars Outlaws. I just want to make sure that this is blaringly apparent. People were trying to say that she wasn't attractive. And
I wholeheartedly disagree, but
I just want to, with her on the screen, I want to make it very clear. And Garrick, unfortunately, I'm not sharing this to you. But with her on the screen, I want to make this very clear. If you do not think that this woman is attractive, you are so far gone. like that is crazy work.
Just tell us you've never felt the touch of anybody.
Like, what are you talking about, dude? What are you talking about?
But yeah, in a classic Ubisoft move, Ubisoft does Ubisoft things by making Ubisoft plays. God damn it, Ubisoft. Moving right along, though, we do have an announcement that I believe is a few years in the waiting now, since we've had Battlefield 2042. But the new Battlefield game is to be revealed on July 24th, with its first trailer dropping at 8 a.m. Pacific time that morning. If you want full details about its reveal and the trailer release, you can get those deets at IGN. Thanks to Rebecca Valentine.
Love Rebecca Valentine.
I'm not. I have a weird relationship with Battlefield. I joined Battlefield at Battlefield 1, and nothing topped Battlefield 1 for me. So I've just stopped there.
Yeah, dude, I like Battlefield more than I like Call of Duty.
I do know there is like a pretty, like, some people play both, but I do know there is a fair divide.
There's a little bit of a separation.
Some people don't play one or the other.
I think that there's room for either or, right? Because Call of Duty actually has like a campaign, and Battlefield does not have that anymore. At least they did not in the last 2 installments.
Yeah, and it was like a weird episodic, like anthological thing in Battlefield 1.
Yeah, because Battlefield 1's campaign is really, really good. And like the way that they like put that together. 2042 had 0 campaign. It is literally a massive online PvP multiplayer. And it is so much fun. The problem with it is that Call of Duty, Activision, all on the other studios that work on the Call of Duty titles, have put in a lot of work to help with anti-cheat situations, and Battlefield has not done that. And so there is a lot of really egregious, bad filth in Battlefield's online gaming that makes it not as fun to play a lot of the times. But even then, it still is kind of fun to play because you're talking like 100 people on a map. You don't have to go across the cheaters every single time.
Do you think?
Right?
Do you think this new game, Battlefield 6, which may not be titled Battlefield 6, do you think? Uh, do you think this might go forward in? Like, are we still going to go forward in time? You think? Because we had 2042 on the last one, or do you think we go back?
I think it's going to be modern time, from what I understand.
Because they've really only done, because they've already done like the two like world wars, right? Even though World Battlefield, what the hell did they call it? What was the World War II one called?
Hold on, I want to make sure I come correct here. I almost said World at War, but that's Call of Duty.
No, it's Call of Duty. Yeah.
What's the Battlefield games? Hold on. 1942.
That's what like the 2021 or whatever the fuck.
Oh no, definitely not. That's like the first one. Let me see.
Because they came back. They did World War I and they immediately did World War II. And remember, everybody got mad because they were just like, women were women something. And people, they were mad about women being in the game, basically.
Yeah, right. So they had a Battlefield 1 and then Battlefield 5 came out.
Oh, I think it was just titled Battlefield 5. Battlefield 5 did take place in World War II.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
And so now what we're looking at, so from what I understand based on the marketing material, because they're promoting it as New York under attack.
Interesting.
I think that means they're going to do more of a modern warfare take, which I love. I love modern warfare stuff. Modern Warfare franchise for Call of Duty is like my favorite series of Call of Duty games ever. If they do that, I think that there's room for this to be really, really cool installment, especially if they go back to having a campaign. Because I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. But I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. Call of Duty, their only saving grace is how much fun their campaigns are. That's it.
Dude.
But their campaigns are never worth the $70 to $100 price tag that you have to pay to get them. Thank God those games are free on Game Pass. Battlefield is not. Nope. Battlefield is not on Game Pass. So that means if they do a campaign, it needs to be real fucking good in order for, because listen, if they come out with another Battlefield that is just online multiplayer, I'm out. I'm over it. I can't do it anymore, brother.
Yeah, they need to do something more.
God, they gotta do something more, man. Like, you can't just like Battlefield was my favorite for so long because of all the ones that had good stories. Fucking, I mean, even just reading off like Battlefield 2, Battlefield 2142, Battlefield Bad Company 2, like those are like some of the bigger staples in this franchise. And Battlefield 1, generally speaking, all had phenomenal campaigns. Bad Company 2 is one of the best FPS shooter campaigns ever. And I know that FPS shooters
I never played that game, but I do remember back in the day everybody talking about that game when it came out.
That game is so fucking good. It's so fucking good. Yeah, I don't know.
I remember everybody loving that one, and I remember everybody fucking shitting on Hardline.
Oh, yeah, big time. You know, Battlefield is the only game that is directly competing with Call of Duty now. And they're not even really...
And they're not keeping up. They're like a far second place.
Oh, yeah. Well, maybe even third, fourth place, because there's other games that are competing for just like gamer attention real estate that are doing better than Battlefield is. And I mean, like now there's an argument to be had that like Ready or Not is directly competing against Call of Duty, and they sold, what was it that they said, like 3 million units. Some absurd. Hold on, let me see. Ready or Not. So do you know what Ready or Not is?
No, honestly, no, not really. If I'm just gonna be like completely honest, no, I don't.
Do you remember when Rainbow Six used to actually be like a SWAT infiltration FPS?
Yes,
Like highly tactical FPS.
yes,
It is that with like you alone or you with like multiple other people on your team. And you can play online together. So Ready or Not was only available on PC up until
right.
I think
I know it's on
fucking
PlayStation 5 now.
4 days
I have an
ago.
advertisement for
It's
it.
on PS5 now. It took 36 days to reach 1 million units sold on PC alone. On console, it took them 3.5 days to sell
Wow.
1 million units. So
Wow.
Ready or Not has a lot of potential to start doing work to compete against these FPSs. And Battlefield are not going to fucking do that if they keep letting cheaters into the game, keep allowing bugs in their fucking game to be just completely unchecked, and then not have a decent campaign for the people like us that don't really like to do online PvP, right?
Pretty rare. Pretty rare.
They got to figure it out, man. They got to figure it out.
Yep.
Anyways,
Yep.
we got one more.
And one more. Just our last little bit of news. Unfortunately, not ending on a super high note because hey, we need the sobering reminder that the industry is in shambles. Supermassive is expected to lay off another 36 employees while also delaying its next Dark Pictures title, Directive 8020, to the first half of 2026.
God damn it.
Full details on the layoff and delay are available at Game Rant via Dominic Bosnek. And damn it, these guys just had this is not their first round of layoffs, if I recall.
No,
I think it's their second. And I wonder, did they see any royalties or any sort of like revenue from Until Dawn, or because that is their game, right? I don't really know how film adaptations work when it comes to like who gets money.
So Supermassive is are the Until Dawn developers.
Right.
I know because they had, I'm sure they made something, but from what I do know in terms of video game studio stuff, that most of the earnings in terms of employees in studios are paid already. So it's not like the employees are getting royalties or residuals or anything like that. The studio might be making a percentage because of the title itself, but Sony is the one that really makes the money off it because it is technically their IP, right? Because that's Supermassive works under PlayStation.
Right.
If Supermassive was an independent studio, that would maybe be a different story. The thing is with this, and I'm trying to see here.
P.S. Don't watch Until Dawn. That movie is shit and has nothing
Dog
to do
shit
with
movie.
the
Dog
video
shit
game
movie.
whatsoever.
So in 2023, just because I know people are hearing 36 employees and like, well, that's not even that much. In 2023,
I think it was like they had like a 40% increase in 2023.
So 2023, the company was reported to have 350 employees.
That's 36 is the fair percent.
February of 2024, they laid off 90 of those employees. That leaves 260. And then they just laid off another 36, right? So they're down to 230 of them, which is what, 45% of their staff is now gone.
That's a huge downsize over like a fiscal year and a half.
Yeah, dude, that's fucking nuts. Like,
that's insanity.
I mean, like, because and listen, I get why. Like, since Until Dawn, the only game really they've come out with that has held any sort of traction, right? Because they don't pump out games like fucking crazy.
Yeah, I think The Quarry was their best one, right?
Well, so they had Until Dawn. Let's see, in terms of bigger, Dark Pictures, Little Nightmares.
Little Night.
Is one of their games.
Do they do all three? All three of those, 1 and 2 in this case.
Yes.
Are they working on? Are they still the studio in charge of 3?
Yes, they are.
Okay, so that's a popular game, but I would still even argue that's a little more niche.
Well, that's the thing, is that like these guys were they also had Little Big Planet back in the day too. Jesus Christ. But I mean, even with that said though, like none of those games have been huge except for Until Dawn, and Until Dawn was still particularly niche. Dark Pictures Anthology has
okay, and it was way up and down.
Well, yeah, and for the most part though, it was down. And with how much money that they put into the Dark Pictures anthologies, like for like strictly just like casting, right? Like their
oh yeah, I'm sure they
characters.
did not make their money back on those games because I didn't hear them. I didn't hear about them hitting unit milestones or anything, dude. Nada.
And of them, even just looking at the title names, there's only they've released 1, 2, 3, 4, and then The Quarry, which was a good game. I know we liked The Quarry.
Yeah.
Of those 4 Dark Pictures anthologies, only one of them has actually done well, and it's their first one. Because people are actually talking about it.
Yeah,
the other ones,
the Man from Medan, right?
Yeah, Man of Medan, yeah. And all the rest of them, I haven't heard anyone say shit about any of the rest of the fucking games.
No, there's 3 of them, and I had to look up what most of their titles were.
Yeah, it's like I can see why they're kind of like having a struggle here, and a lot of it is because they're just like putting all these eggs into one basket, and then the basket isn't even strong enough to hold all the eggs in it.
Broader audience for their games, for sure.
Or
they need to find a reason to keep their current audience playing their games.
I mean, they need better stories. People go to the Dark Pictures anthology because they want a cool horror story narrative.
They're choice-based horror simulators. Like that's all they are.
And if the only one of the 4 is any decent, then the rest aren't going to fucking do well enough to hold it up. And like me and Devin, we played like 3 of these 4. The last one that we played, we didn't even fucking finish because it was so fucking boring. So it was just like, cool, dude, I guess. Yeah, dude. Like they need to. They're in this world where, again, we were just talking about directly competing. They're directly competing with the likes of Silent Hill 2 remake, with Resident Evil, with Alan Wake, with so many horror games have come out in the past 5 years that they are now directly competing with, and they can't compete with that.
Nope, that ain't it.
That's not a weapon to bring to the Gladiator arena, dude. Like when you have the kind of games that we're getting now, dude, they need a good story. They gotta do fucking something else.
Until Dawn was probably like a last ditch like cash grab. They're like, if this doesn't make money, we gotta cut more of you guys.
I mean, they even pumped out an entire new HD remaster of it just to try to make some extra money off of it.
Yeah, I do remember that. Like that. Which because like I remember we saw that we're like, this game doesn't need this.
No, it looks.
It was barely better back in the day. Yeah, this is dumb. Rough times in the Kingdom of Supermassive. They're not doing so well.
Figure it out.
So well. Yeah, figure it out, Supermassive. I'm really sorry people are losing their jobs, but
of course,
maybe also make better products. Ernell, it's time.
It is time.
We are moving right along because we are in the Endgame now.
Goddamn, baby. The Endgame.
Yeah. And tonight we are talking about the Subnautica drama. You may or may not have heard of it. There has been some things going on But Subnautica 2 developers, Unknown World, are currently battling with their parent company, Krafton.
They
And
sure are.
yeah. Ernell, I'm gonna do this to you just because I'm gonna do this to you. But
I'm down.
Would you mind reading this article?
I would be happy to, Garrick. I would love to.
You may want to go down to the bottom and start with the original story and then scroll up to do the update.
Yeah, okay, gotcha. Yeah, let me see here. Update. Okay. The update's weirdly right in the middle of everything. Okay,
yeah.
So
this is from Rebecca Valentine at IGN, by the way.
Yeah, it is. The plot continues to thicken in the ongoing battle between the former leadership of Subnautica 2 studio Unknown Worlds and parent company Krafton. Now, with the studio's founders alleging in a lawsuit that Krafton went out of its way to hinder Subnautica 2's development, delay the game, and ultimately fire them from the studio after it learned it may have to pay out a $250 million bonus to employees if the game were to be released on time. Fucking even just that paragraph alone just makes my fucking skin crawl. Oh, gross, dude. In a newly unsealed complaint reported by Bloomberg and shared by Aftermath, former Unknown World CEO Ted Gill and fellow co-founders Charlie Cleveland and Max McGuire claimed their relationship with Krafton, as well as the development of the game, was all going well up until early 2025, when the leaders presented Krafton with the new revenue projections that suggested Subnautica 2 would do better than they initially anticipated. They also say they tried to negotiate for developers who had joined the team later and were not currently eligible for bonuses to receive them. The former leaders claimed that upon learning this, Krafton began to suggest the game be delayed, allegedly combing through contracts to determine if they had a legal standing to force a delay, despite the contract saying the decision lay with Unknown Worlds. Holy shit. They say that Krafton even went as far as to take action to make it difficult or impossible for it to release on time. Krafton began offering feedback that the game was not ready for its early access launch, pulled marketing materials, and refusing to follow through on certain pre-launch commitments. Ultimately, the founders say this culminated in Krafton letting the three of them go earlier this month and officially delaying Subnautica 2. While Krafton has since extended the bonus period for the remaining employees to receive their earnout if targets are hit, notably, Krafton has claimed that the former leadership was eligible for 90% of the bonuses, meaning Krafton would only have to pay a maximum of $25 million if targets are met, not $250 million. Oh my god, dude. This gets worse as I read it.
How can we make this? How can we make this not as bad for us?
Oh my god!
We gotta start trimming.
The founders' lawsuit accuses Krafton of breach of contract and demands payout of the full bonus promised, as well as damages and other costs. I'm going to move down to the original story, continuing. The drama around Subnautica 2 kicked off earlier this month when Krafton announced suddenly that it was replacing the three founders with former Striking Distance CEO Steve Papoutzis, I would say is how that's pronounced, effectively immediately, which Gill, Cleveland, and McGuire claimed was a quote-unquote shock to them. In the following weeks, reports have emerged regarding the $250 million bonus promised to staff, and Krafton has made statements accusing the former leaders of neglecting their duties and saying that Subnautica 2 was not in an acceptable state for launch. In particular, Krafton alleged that Cleveland was told to stop devoting time to a personal project and focus on his duties at the studio. The lawsuit, filed last week, counters that this personal project was a Subnautica film and was worked on at the explicit request of Krafton. The readiness of Subnautica 2 remains an open question. Leaked documents since verified by Krafton confirmed that Unknown Worlds was receiving feedback from the publisher that the game was not ready for early access launch. However, a report from Bloomberg that sources developers on the project, as well as the lawsuit from the founders, suggests it was in good shape. So the update, Garrick, Krafton has issued the following statement in response to the lawsuit. This was 4 days ago. Krafton's decisions were made to ensure Subnautica 2 is the best possible game and lives up to fan expectations. Releasing the game prematurely with insufficient content, falling short of what fans expect in a sequel, would have both disappointed the players who are at the heart of everything Krafton does, and damaged the reputations of both the Subnautica and Unknown Worlds brands. While we are disappointed that Charlie, Max, and Ted have filed a lawsuit seeking a huge payout, we look forward to defending ourselves in court. In the meantime, Krafton remains focused on what matters, delivering the best possible game as quickly as possible to Subnautica fans. Oh, fucking yikes, brother. Holy shit, dude.
Picture doesn't paint a pretty picture in your favor, Crafton. A lot of this article doesn't lead me to believe that you're making decisions in anybody's best interests other than your fucking own.
Nope. No, dude.
Like there's some key things here, right? Like I understand that there are probably some individuals at home. They're just like, wow, we had to pay they had to pay 100 or 200 and they're paying 225 million to three people. Yes, that is a lot of money. But if that was a legal contract that was like agreed upon and signed, it doesn't fucking matter. Like it doesn't matter. Like if it's legally binding, it's legally binding. And it is illegal to go out of your way to deliberately hamper something that you know is in shape. Right? Like it creates a breach of contract, and like it's a problem. I remember a couple of weeks ago when this like first kind of came to a head. I was just like, oh, what the fuck? Because the former founders and CEO were basically just like literally all of this shit was our like most of this a lot of this stuff was like our ideas, and we're literally never gonna get to fucking see it released now in the way that we envisioned because they decided to let us go. Now I'm sure Krafton is trying to save face here, but if they were in the right and the CEOs were not using things appropriately, or misappropriating time or funds or projects or whatever the fuck, that is some shit you lead with, right? Like we lead with those things. We lead with those things, guys, right?
Yeah.
As like a business courtesy, as like an industry standard, we don't, it's the whole shoot first, ask questions later thing, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, especially if the claim is true that that they were like shocked and surprised that they got fired, which I would be inclined to believe that like they weren't expecting to all be fucking replaced effective immediately, right? I'm sure that was a shock at the bare fucking minimum, even if they knew they were at risk of being replaced at some point.
Yeah.
Right. But them filing a lawsuit, to match the supposed bonus that they were no longer going to receive makes sense in my mind. Do you think players are going to be like, do you think this is going to affect people, whether or not people buy the game?
I'm sure it will for some. Mostly folks that are close to the games industry. I would imagine that because I mean, like, listen, those of us that are workers of the industry, generally speaking, like to vote with our wallet. And we understand that, there's a lot of video game businesses within this industry that we generally just don't like the idea of supporting, because we don't want to give their big talking heads any of the money that's in our pocket. Yeah, sure. I think that there will be some. Generally, though, I don't think it's going to be a meaningful impact against them, and that I think,
unless the lawsuit like basically comes around and they're like, oh yeah, literally everything that like the former CEO said was true. Kraken fucking sucks.
Well, I mean,
And they were
and
just trying to push people out with money. If it becomes like a bigger story in news, like an even bigger story in news, I think then. But I think where it's currently sitting, I think you're right.
well, and even then, I almost want to say that even then, I don't think it'll make much of a difference either. Like it'll make a bit
Nope.
more, like for sure.
Yeah.
But Subnautica gained as much popularity as it did because the game came out during that huge rise of people wanting to be like streamers in the beginning of the pandemic. And
such a stream-worthy game.
it was a very stream-worthy game, and so a lot of people were playing it, and it did incredibly well. That's not to say it's not a good game, because it is. It's a fun game. It's also really fucking creepy. Jesus Christ.
I can't play it.
Yeah, fuck me. There's a point where I'm just like, I can't go any further than this.
2014 is when Subnautica originally came out. Damn.
Yeah. There's the realistic stance that I have to take here, and when I say that most gamers are not like you and I. They don't have their finger on the pulse of the industry and what is happening in the industry and all of the inner workings on it. The most common gamer sees Subnautica 2, a poster at GameStop, and they're like, "Oh shit, I liked Subnautica 1."
Like it's like they just see like a clip on TikTok or like a post on Instagram or Twitter, and oh yeah, Subnautica's sick. And they just kind of move on from there.
Yeah, they don't want to know like the inner workings. They don't want to know the details, and so like that's just the mass majority of gamers, right? They don't.
Yeah. It's like it's shit. What was that game that we were all collectively were just like, fuck that, we're not playing that game,
Destiny.
But everybody else still did.
Destiny.
And there was another one where the studio was the studio was just like. Black Myth Wukong.
Yeah.
They're like, we don't give a fuck if they're like, fuck women. We don't want them playing our game. We don't give a shit.
Yeah, don't talk about anything like about being PC. Yeah. Don't talk anything about
we don't give a shit about none of that. Like you're not gonna get any of that here. And all of us were just like, we're not getting that fucking game. And everybody else did and went on to win awards. And I was just like, God damn it.
Wildly popular. And because most gamers are not like us, like they don't pay attention to those things, and so like even like, because here's the deal, that's part of why this is even grosser, because they likely knew, because they're acting on the fact that they know that the game was getting finished on time. They were going to have to pay out this bonus that they promised, and now they're wanting to backpedal.
I remember hearing rumors that everything was looking good, and like there was like rumor articles that like that it was shaping up to be a great game, a worthy sequel.
Already put out gameplay teasers of it. This game multiple. Was ready to release, brother, and Krafton was like, "Oh, we don't actually want to pay $250 million, right?" And when these guys go and say, hey, by the way, this game's ready to go, it's going to sell gangbusters, be ready for that, right?
Yeah, and them coming back around and saying that, oh yeah, like the employees can get their split share of the $25 million if the game still releases on time. The fuck you mean? You've already delayed it, you twats.
Yeah. It's just...
You can't... You're gonna roll it back. You're not gonna roll it back. Like we all, know, I've never seen somebody undelay a game. Like
right, dude. Like it's fucking crazy, man. Like
get the fuck out of here.
It's so like even if this is not exactly what these three guys are saying it went down as, there has to be some truth to this.
I'm sure there's a tiny bit of truth on both sides. Right. Like I'm sure that like, maybe Ted Gill was a little lazy in the office, right? I can fucking believe that, right? Sure. Like they're all just fucking people, but there's no fucking way that Krafton didn't like see these things lining up. They're like, if we do this right now, we can save so much fucking money.
Because listen, we're not surprised anymore, dude. We're not surprised. We've seen game industry businesses do this shit time and time again. You're telling me that I'm not supposed to believe that these three guys said, hey, they said we were going to get a $250 million bonus to split between the three of us and with our team and stuff like that. We told them that this game's ready to go, and now they want to walk it back because they don't want to pay the $250 million that they promised us. That sounds like game industry bullshit, if you ask me. That sounds like every corporate company bullshit, if you ask me.
You're not shocking anybody with a play like that. Like, so you're like, oh, okay.
So with that said, though, how let's just move forward as if it's true, right? These guys are 100% right. How in the fuck do you promise a $250 million bonus? Let's just do it down to regular people numbers, right? Garrick, let's say your boss says, look, if you meet this criteria, if you're not late at all for the next year, if you do extra work for the next year, and you do this and you do that, I will give you a $5,000 bonus. Right?
That's a huge incentive. I would do those things.
I would do those things in a fucking heartbeat. But then you do them, and you go to your boss, and you say, hey, I did all this stuff. Here's all my documentation of it being done. And then he says, for sure, dude, for sure. And then as you're like walking out the door, you see him start like cluttering for paper. Like, fuck. And he starts like opening up a book. And on the front cover, it says, how to not give a bonus for dummies, right?
For real. Like literally by the time you've gone back to sit in your office, you now have an email saying that you've been fucking replaced.
Yeah.
Like this is the theoretical that just occurred here, people.
Yeah.
Basically these guys were in discussions and they're like, all right, the game's looking really good. We're ready to go. This is all of our stuff. We think we're ready to release gameplay trailers. And then we're like, oh, sick. Let's do it. Put out those gameplay trailers. They're like, all right, we're ready to announce an upcoming early access. They're like, all right, let's do that. Like everything's looking great. And they're like, you ready to release that bonus? What?
Dude, they did the evil villain thing, man. They were like, oh yes, of course. I shall give that to you. Okay, good day to you. He must die. Take his head. Right? Like they don't like go kill him.
It's a evil shit. They're like, I'm gonna give it to him.
I told, wow, we got $250 million for you, brother. Like,
Jesus Christ,
it's just fucking gross, dude.
Like, it's just, I don't know, man. There's just like a lot of this on the employee side that sounds like Krafton just made some really swift and bold moves to save a fucking buck. And of course, now they're trying to save face and say that this is all in the interest of Subnautica and the fans and people that buy their games.
Well, and here's the deal too.
Listen, I also will be the first to say I don't believe those letters anymore. I just don't. We know that's not fun. We know that when you say our players, which are at the heart of everything we do, no, what I just read was the consumer who has a wallet and a paycheck to spend on my shit.
Yeah.
That's what you just typed in
dude.
and not so many words. Like, we are not that fucking delusional anymore. Like, you can't, like, all of these press, like those little press like statements every time. I'm just like,
it's gross, dude.
Corporate
gross,
bullshit.
Man. Because here's the deal, right? Is like, it's easy for us to walk as if this is true, because if there's anything I've learned in the games industry is Bloomberg never lies. Because Bloomberg has ties to, like,
they check hella sources.
Everybody that works on the ground level of the video games industry. And if they're saying, hey, we talked to some people that worked for this studio and they said the game was awesome.
Yeah,
someone up top is fucking lying through their fucking real teeth, dude. And these guys are just grasping for straws, trying to say this. I hope that they lose every single cent in this lawsuit. that
For
they
real.
can possibly lose.
We look forward to defending it. Fuck you. That's such an unnecessary statement. We get it. They filed a lawsuit. Like, you can just say that it's unfortunate that they filed a lawsuit, but we look forward to, like, that part's unnecessary. Like, it just shows it's like that level of corporate smugness, right? It's just so non-human. Like, you guys, like, nobody believes those statements anymore. Like, you guys can't fucking put shit like that on the internet and expect anyone to think you're fucking genuine.
And I hope that Gil, Cleveland, and McGuire walk away from this, start their own studio, and poach every single employee out of this fucking studio's hands. Take them all. Take them all. Open your own studio. Release your own version of Subnautica. That's dope as fuck.
Just name it Subnautilus.
Yeah, who fucking cares, right? Like, just fucking like like Space Nautilus or some shit like that, and just make it in space or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They have lots of opportunity here to make something of this if they play their cards right. And yeah. I mean,
I will be completely dumbfounded if this story 180s and it's just like, oh yeah, all three of the former co-founders and CEOs are pieces of shit.
Listen,
like, I don't see this. I'll eat crow too. Oh yeah, I will straight up open mouth, insert foot, chew vigorously. I do not think that's going to happen.
I don't think it's going to happen either, Garrick. Like, this is just crazy work, man. This is crazy
no.
work, dude.
I think Kraken is pulling some shit. What do I think they're going to win the lawsuit? That's to be fucking seen. Corporate lawyers are absolute goddamn sharks.
Just sharks, man, for sure.
Fucking sharks. Do I hope that Kraken gets their comeuppance in one form or another? Absolutely. That shit's wild.
I hope that everybody gets what they deserve in this. That's what I hope.
Yeah, for better or for worse, right?
Yeah.
We'll just put it that way.
Yep.
And honestly, I think it's a beautiful point. We'll just end it right there.
That's it, baby. That's good.
Yeah.
Right there.
Folks, let us know what you think about the Subnautica 2 drama. Are you affected by this? Are you still going to buy the game? Do you care that it's delayed? Do you care that the original developers or co-founders and CEO are no longer with the company, knowing that they had a heavy influence on Subnautica as a franchise and an IP? Like, how do you feel about this? You want to know what? Even if you're just like, I don't give a shit, let us know. Because this has been Good Kraken's Death Ratio, your source for all of the nerdy video game news, reviews, and discussions that you want to hear each and every week. If you've liked what you've heard, you can head on over to our Patreon, though, at patreon.com/Good Kraken Pods, where you can get exclusive content, discounts on merchandise, and have early access to episodes before they go live on podcast and video services wherever you like to watch or listen. You can also help us level up our game by joining the GK community on our Discord channel by clicking the link in our description section below, and then subscribing to our podcast channel by searching for Death Ratio and leaving a review there. We have to go, everyone, but until next time.
What the fuck is going on? Yep. Fuck crafting.